Soror, Patricia Dickerson. Okay, we came by way of, because my husband's in the military then. Okay. So we came by way of Georgia. He was stationed at Columbus, Georgia. So after we got married in 68. And then he decided that he wanted to be on the far west coast because he likes to fish. Okay. So we're by right, so we were on our way to California and we stopped here. And so this is how we ended here. We're coming in from military, from Columbus, Georgia, stopped in Jersey for a while, stopped in Denver for a while, and ended up here in Portland. Well, I'm now in Clackamas, but ended up in Portland, supposedly only going to stay for a few minutes, and ended up staying because we both ended up getting jobs. Yeah. And I ended up working with some of the Sorors there on the job I got. Mm-hmm.
Jump right to you.
In November of 1970. I was asked to join by one of our deceased Sorors, Cynthia Nichols, and she was a Soror, and she said, Pat, and she worked with me at the job I had at that time. And she says, Pat, you think you might be interested in Delta? And she started telling me about it. And she talked more and more and more. Every time she'd see me, she'd ask me about it. And so finally I said, yeah, I think I like it. It sounds really interesting. They sound like a good group to belong to. At that point I said group. And I learned better. But I said, it sounds like something I would really like to look into. So I did. And so she put my name in. And so I came for the meetings and all that. And I decided, yeah, this sounds like something I want to do, especially with the community stuff they were doing. So,
absolutely.
You know what? I don't think we really got upset, at least from my perspective. I don't think we really got upset about it because we had two of our Far West regional directors in our chapter. And they explained to us that this was a national thing. We shouldn't be offended by it. It was just something that was, mandated by national and something we had no choice really to do. We had to do it. So I don't really think, thinking back, I don't think there was ever, people weren't upset. I mean, we're upset because we were all made under Beta Psi, of course. But I think in terms of dividing, I don't think that was really because the Beta Psi people that were still part of us when we divided, and that was still collegiate, they still participated in when we had our social activities and things. So they were still there with us to a degree. So I don't think there were any bad feelings. I think it was a sense of loss, like I said, because we were all part of Beta Psi. But like I said, we had the RDs in there. There wasn't too much we were going to, you were going to say or do because those RDs, hey, it's mandated. What can you do?
Right.
For a moment and then go on and do it. And it turned out fine because we didn't miss a beat. We kept right on going. Not to that I can remember. I don't remember any. Like I said, what kind of pushback could you do? It was mandated by national, and we're like. And the RDs were not going to let us, do anything crazy. So, like I said, I'm sure there was some sadness on people's parts, but it was we wanted to make sure Beta Psi stayed in the city, or in the state, I should say. And so it did end up staying here. I mean, it has had some challenges, and it had some challenges even when they separated from us. But I think we had more opportunities with young ladies then than we do, it seems now. Because we were able to maintain it for a long time after we separated out.
Sure.
Well, we carried on, like our luncheon, we carried on. We used to have a dance, what was it called? We haven't had it in so long. Our soiree,
yeah.
There you go. We had those every year. We've always continued with that. Like I said, we had the luncheon, we had that. We had our activities under each of the programs. We had health fairs. We continue with our education programs. We had tutorial programs. We will continue to work with young people. We continued. And if anything, we were hoping that Beta Psi would take that with them and with them when they went on to the campuses. But yeah, we didn't stop doing anything. We continued on.
That's fantastic.
They love the waffle breakfast. Even though they would complain about coming to the luncheon because they have this wait. Because we could average, when we used to have the lunches back in the days, we could have 300 people, 350. We had tons of people. And our breakfast, waffle breakfast, there'd be people that have to be standing and waiting because we did both serve, sit down, and take out. I mean, so they were fuss about having it, but they would support us every year. And the mother patrons, they were very good at that. They would help with the cooking. And they donated money. So in fact, they donated enough money for a scholarship. So they were very supportive, and they were from all different aspects. They weren't our mothers per se. They were ladies from the community that had volunteered to be our mother and patron.